Welcome to the Love Laura podcast. Join us for all things fashion, fun, girls chats, and all the behind the scenes. This is what you will not see on socials. This is getting right behind the brand. Welcome back to the Love Laura podcast. So today I feel like on the sofa is one of our most requested guests. So Yay. Today we have the gorgeous Aileen from Younique Aesthetics. So Aileen is joining us to chat all things skincare. To kind of, I would say the reason Aileen's here today is to just kind of take it all back to basics, and also just chat about skincare in general, what we can do, what we shouldn't do, and how we can help our skin at different ages, because we're all women and we all need to look after our skin. And I have been on a 2-year skin journey with Aileen.
Yeah.
And I can absolutely vouch for that. So, Holly, how long have you been with Aileen?
Yeah, well, I think I'm probably close to almost 2 years. You were there a good few months before me. It was you that got me into Younique. So then I would say maybe a year and a half or so.
Yeah, probably. With two completely different skin issues.
I know.
So,
if I hope you're watching on YouTube, because I'm not going to tell their age, Aileen, but you look like you're 25. So there is a reason. So if you don't trust me on the skincare, then you just need to take a look at Aileen's skin and how beautiful it is and how natural it is, how glowy it is. And I think for anyone, that's all we can wish for. It's just to have good natural base. We're not wanting to.
And can we also say Aileen doesn't wear foundation? Aren't I right in saying this?
Yeah.
She doesn't wear foundation on her face right now.
Would know.
Like, this blows my mind.
She's got inner glow.
Like, it's amazing.
Years and years and years ago, whenever I worked with Clarence, they did a foundation, I think it was number 7, and I loved it because it was so light. And anyone out there of a certain age will know the foundation that I'm talking about, because it was so nice and so light. And they discontinued it about 15 years ago. And I've never been able to get anything. I actually don't suit foundation. It looks ridiculous on me, and I look ridiculous in it, so it's better not to. But the Obagi SPF 50 that I wear, the warm, has a tint in it, and that's
all you need.
I haven't actually tried the tinted one before. I just go for the other one.
So it's funny, because even if I was going out for dinner on a Saturday night, I have SPF 50 on.
Yeah, so but it shows, because you don't even have a you don't have a
blemish. There's nothing on it.
I don't know about that. But thanks so much, girls, for having me here today.
Honestly, I'm delighted for this too. I was like, this is happening.
Because we can't answer the questions that are
I wasn't sure if I was going to actually come, or if you were only joking, or if you were going to, if you were going to phone me this morning and go, Aileen, we're only winding you up. We don't really want you.
I said to Laura, if we get her in this through this door, beat her onto this sofa and don't let her move, because she'll never do it. But Aileen, I have a question that I want to strip it all back. We do this for most people that come in, but I actually don't know enough about you. So how did you get into skin? Tell me everything.
So this could be a while.
We love this. We're so nosy.
Literally.
I actually worked in Banbridge for about 8 years for Michael Fairbairn, the optician.
Oh wow! Okay.
All the good ones start in Banbridge. Can we just say?
Love Banbridge. I worked for Michael Fairbairn for years and years, and absolutely loved it. And decided then one time an offer came up, and I'd been given an offer for another job, and I was like, do you know what? It's either now or never.
Yeah, change.
Went, and the minute I went, I just knew, oh my goodness, no, I made the biggest mistake ever. Yeah, I made the biggest mistake ever. So anyway, I was married, and I was then expecting Ellen, my eldest. And so we had Ellen, and sort of thought about it and all the rest of it. And then I had Oren 2 years later. And then I was thinking, right, it's time to get back. What am I going to do here? So I remember Daddy saying to me one day, Aileen, what are you going to do? Like, what do you think? What are you going to do? And I said, I would love to go and do like a beauty course or something like that, because in my head, it sounded so lovely. And how nice would it be to be able to do a wee body massage, put some makeup on people and all the rest of it. And someone had recommended the Younique College of Beauty.
Oh, wow.
So
I don't even know this story.
Yes,
this is great.
So I applied and went for an interview with Anya Larkin, my now boss.
Anya's amazing.
Absolutely. And what a woman to learn from. I mean, like...
And the business she's built as well. She's an all-rounder.
Went thinking to myself, this is going to be lovely and it's going to be easy. And sure, like, it's going to be so doable with 2 toddlers running about you. Well, did I get the shock of my life. It was
hardcore, I would imagine.
Hardcore. It was a higher diploma in anatomy and physiology included, as well as learning all about the body, how it works.
Wow.
But you know what? That's where I was meant to be.
You loved it.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely loved it. I hung on every word. And there were a group of 5 or 6 of us, all mature, should I say, all mature ladies at the time doing it. And all
probably weren't
struggling.
Even 30. Were you? You couldn't have been. Were you even?
I was
You're
probably.
Yourself mature.
Yeah, no,
but
probably
only around.
was, yeah.
Aileen, I'm 31. I'm not mature yet.
You said it all.
Well, I'm 52 and sometimes I don't even feel mature, but unfortunately my children remind me that I definitely am. But yeah, went to Younique. There was a group of us who really worked really closely together. We ended up taking nights about, going to each other's houses, doing some studying, getting stuck in. It was tough, it was hardcore, but it was the best thing I ever did.
And I feel like that shines through now, because that's what I actually said to you at the start. You're explaining stuff to me about my skin, but you're explaining it in easy form. But
yeah,
the wealth of knowledge is not just you need to use this product because it's like this is what's happening underneath.
No, this is because you have to know what's happening underneath for it to work on the surface. The surface is a very, very thin layer of skin. It's the health of the skin and underneath it that's so important. But anyway, I ended up then doing really well in all of my exams, and Younique actually asked me to go and work for them as more sales than treatments, which I absolutely loved. Sales and treatments and all those things. Loved it. And then I actually was pregnant with Kane, so off again, had Kane, all the rest of it. Then Younique had the beauty salon, the spa in Forkhill.
That's right.
So Anya had said to me, would you like to go and work up there? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to go and do something different. Yeah, I'll go up to the spa. Then work there for a while. Then I had Finn. So then
4 wee ones and working.
Yeah, and it was great. But I actually have a bit of a gap in mine. It just wasn't intentional, but it's just whenever I'm looking back now the way it worked out. But yeah, it was great. So I feel like I've worked in every aspect of Younique. And then what happened was, whenever Finn was very, very small, I found a lump in the side of my neck and my parotid gland, and I was like, oh, it's probably a swollen gland. Oh, it's probably a wisdom tooth. It's this, that, the other. But it turned out, no, it was actually a tumour. And I had to go through a major surgery.
I remember you telling me this.
Oh, and horrific time
shocking
afterwards, and ended up with loads of complications out of it all. My surgeon was an absolute lifesaver, and he still is to this day, in my eyes, an absolute hero. But there were complications.
But when you woke up your face, you were paralyzed.
Completely paralysed, yeah. And I was paralysed for the guts of... I must show you the photographs, Holly. You'd die. I was like Joker out of Batman. And that's the way I was left.
Stop it.
Well, as Mr. McNaboe said, he knew that he hadn't actually severed any of the tendons or nerves, but he also knew that he had to put them through complete trauma to get the tumour out. So they weren't severed, so there was a chance that my face would come back again. And by God, did I pray hard. So yeah, I probably had about 7 or 8 months of just dark days.
And was it
completely paralysed?
For that length
so I
of
had
time?
to tape this eye down at night time. No tape worked. My mouth just was on a complete droop. I'll show you the photos of it. Sometimes when I get tired, now it still drips a wee bit, but actually I'm so lucky and I'm so thankful that...
Did it come back gradually?
Gradually, yeah. But one day, I remember one day, Tony went over to San Francisco to his brother's wedding. So we were talking on FaceTime, and one night I was talking to him and it was terrible. And the next morning, whenever I was speaking to him, he said, oh God, Aileen, your mouth's looking a whole lot better. And I was like, oh, I went and looked in the mirror and I went, God, it actually does look a wee bit better. But anyway, thankfully that's a chapter that's nearly not closed, but it just seems like so long away. But that's when Anya got in contact and she said to me, Aileen, I am moving the aesthetic clinic from the salon. We've got a new premises and all the rest of it. I would love you to come and work for me as an aesthetic specialist, doing facials. And I was like, facials? Like, how am I going to fill a column doing facials all day long? Like, what about the pedicures and the waxing and the massages and all the rest of it? And she's like, no, Aileen, there's so many people out there with so many skin issues. Actually, I have to actually go back a wee tiny bit. Before that, I used to do loads of makeups. After I qualified, I would have done lots and lots and lots of makeups. And people would have been coming in, make sure now you cover those spots. Make sure you put plenty of foundation on that.
So you're always listening and looking.
And I used to always think, instead of cover it, why don't you fix it? So I would have been home at night kind of studying up and trying to think, what is this? What could that be? What is that? How can we fix this? And then getting back to them to say... So anyway, Anya and I must have been having this conversation or whatever, and then she said to me, no, it's solely skin and you're the woman. So I was like, well, I don't know how this is going to go because I have a drooped face, so the beauty industry is not going to want to see me coming. And literally, my feet never touched the ground. I have been in Younique Aesthetic Clinic now for probably the guts of 10 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah, working with the best. At the start, it was just myself and Anya. And now we have driven, you know, it all on and growing the team. We now have the
Belfast
Clinic. Yeah. We have the Culloden Clinic and we have the IICM, which is our training academy for doctors, nurses, dentists.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, prescribing pharmacists now, and I think paramedics are now able to inject as well. So Anya is a busy woman between 3 clinics
and an academy
and teaching all over the place. You couldn't get a better boss. We never stop learning. Our industry changes every single day. There's new medicine, there's new science, there's new technology, there's new machines. A break is something that you don't have if you're not actually hands-on. You're learning what's coming up next. Exactly, if you want to be the best in the business, you have to
keep learning,
keep on top of it all. And thankfully,
but I love that, you know, because these are coming out like there's not always new stuff, but these are, as you say, you're always learning and these are always training. So
you're always adding on something to the rest of the facial or that's new, you know.
And sometimes I think, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but sometimes if people say to me, where do you go? And I'm like, oh, Younique Aesthetics. I think sometimes the aesthetics can nearly put people off, whereas I'm like, no. You actually, Aileen tell you don't need injectables sometimes. You just need to work with what you have. It's the products then that get your treatment, but the products help benefit and prolong the treatment. Wouldn't that be right?
Healthy skin. For us as well, there's an awful lot of noise like on Instagram, on like social media, trends, what you should be doing, retinol, all this, like, and it's, unless you go to someone or have someone like you to break that down for you, that is, for me, it's totally overwhelming. Even when I come into you, I was like, Aileen, I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. A cleanse, a moisturise, that is about it. Like, you're lucky if I did that when I was growing up, because, well, I did always look after my skin, but like many
it has changed so much, because even whenever I first went into the industry 20 whatever years ago, you were taught cleanse, tone, moisturise.
That was it.
SPF wasn't mentioned.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Retinol wasn't mentioned.
Antioxidants
weren't mentioned. All the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? It was cleanse, tone and moisturiser. The whole, and I feel like I have been involved in watching the whole industry change. And just getting better and better and better every day. And just being able to see people so much happier in the skin that they're in is just the best thing. The confidence that they get out of just being able to face themselves in the morning.
Honestly, I am taking the flipping crown on that one, because you know what my skin was like, Laura. You'd seen my skin for years. Now I have a wee bit of a breakout at the minute, which is totally normal, but I mean, I go places with no makeup on now, because I'm like, if you had seen what this was like before, look at me now. I mean, you transformed my skin.
Yeah, well, we still have a few wee bits to do, but we are really well there.
Oh, I mean, it's incredible compared to what it was.
We can, if that's the way your body works, if you have like rosacea, that's the way your body works. If you have acne, that's the way your body's happy to work. We can control it. I can teach you how to control it. Like pigmentation, I can teach you how to control it.
I know
the
now
minute you
exactly
take your
how
foot
to
off
control
the
it.
pedal, that's going to flare up again. But
I think with everything it comes back to, you have to have a sense of responsibility
Yeah.
also when it
Yeah.
comes to your own skin. You can't go into Aileen and rely on Aileen to be a miracle worker. Let's face it. You actually need to take on board what you're asking us to do or advising us to do in the meantime. There's no point in me paying money to work on my pigmentation and not wear my SPF.
And invest in it too. Like,
You know what I mean?
The one thing I will say, and I always say to people, is you will not sell something that you don't think people need. So you'll say, like, finish
Absolutely
off what you
not.
have first. You don't need to get this one yet. But also, it's the good products that
I
really
know
make the
what you
difference.
need
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I have been trained by the best. So, and we work with the best medical grade skincare, and I'm not just talking about in County Down, I'm talking about worldwide.
yeah.
Okay, so no matter where you go, if you go to Australia now or you go to America now and you run out of one of your products, you can get it there. They're not going to go, Obagi, sorry. They're going to say, oh, you use Obagi, come on in. Do you know SkinCeuticals,
Yeah.
good
Zeo,
products,
all of them, they're worldwide tested, driven by science products, and they work.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm there for. I tell you what you need, I show you how to use it, and I need you to go home and do it as well, because treatments can only do so much.
100%. I am a big believer in that.
Treatments can only do so much. If you're going to just go out and use a baby wipe on your face and say, right, I'll see you again in 6 weeks, you're not going to get the results. Because we need to work on what's underneath the skin, and it's only medical grade products that's going to give you the results that you need. If you use some treatments and your medical grade products together, we can get the best results.
Absolutely.
But
And some of the treatments, like most of the treatments that I've ever had with you, are not invasive at all.
No.
But I wouldn't say they're the most relaxing either. I will
No.
say that. So what you
No.
considered like a facial before I went to you, I would have thought as a facial as zen, like get the music on, get the hot pads
go
out.
to the spa for that one.
Yeah.
Go and get some nice cream rubbed on your face and get, they'll maybe give you a robe
Yeah.
and some slippers. No, you come to us and your facial consists of acids.
Yeah. That's
And-
scary. Don't scare. Now, acids are not going to burn
No,
you.
no. It's
like-
all very controlled.
It's medically controlled, isn't it?
It's all very controlled, and we're doing them all day, every single day.
And I will say, you go into Aileen's room, and see, in winter time is my favourite, because she'll say, plonk yourself in the bed. She gives you a hot water bottle and puts a blanket over you, and I'm
lovely.
like, class.
Yeah,
Can I
well,
lie
we
here
do
all
try
day?
and cozy it up a wee bit, but really and truly, in the clinic, you're coming for a treatment
Exactly.
as opposed to
Something
a
that you want to
facial.
wear.
And that's probably why so many men come in as well, because if they thought they were going to get their heads massaged and rubbed and all the rest of it, they're like, no. But once you say, I'm only going to clean, as I like to say sometimes about the likes of the hydrofacial, it's like the hygienist for skin.
Yeah.
We're all great. We do our
Love
skincare
that.
twice a day. But still, even me that's fanatical about my products, if I had a hydrofacial, what would come out of it would probably scare the life out of me as well, because it gets deep.
Yeah.
It's not the surface. It's
the world we
taken.
live in
It's,
too, you
it's
know?
deep, and men can deal with that. We have a lot of men. We have a
yeah,
lot
it's
of men that
amazing.
come in for
I need to
different.
get Jared booked in, no joke though.
He'd
He
love
would
that.
go. He'd love that. He would. It's just getting him
He's
tied
got
down.
good skin too, doesn't he? Like,
Yeah, but like I think he's nearly like you get wee dry patches and
but
stuff.
also
you know?
because he's such a clean freak with everything, he would love the hydrofacial. Probably
yeah.
just suck
Plus he's
everything
a chimney
out.
sweep, so he gets constantly covered in
Yeah,
fine layer
suit
dust,
and
do you know what
stuff.
I mean?
Yeah, Ryan Cullen, one of the barbers in Newry, who comes into us. One of the other treatments that we do a lot of is called a pro facial or pro facial deluxe, and we always know whenever the guys have been to Ryan, because they'll come over and say, "Can I book in for one of the bro facials?" And we'll be going, "The bro." Ryan calls them a bro facial. You go over and you just tell the girls you need a bro facial.
Oh my God, that's
so they come in and
amazing.
they
Love
say,
that.
"Can I get a bro facial?" And we're like, "Were you with Ryan?" And they go, "Yeah, how'd you know?"
I love that. There was quite a few questions come through for Laura on my own page.
Honestly,
so
hundreds.
think-
I sent some dealing last night. She was like, "I goes, how long have you got, Aileen, on the sofa? Because we could be here all day."
Could be here all day, but I think
That's
we could
brilliant.
probably.
I said to Laura, did any questions come? And she went, yeah. And the next thing I was like, what?
you know,
But I think a lot of I think they're girls that are listening to this are a bit like us. They want to start somewhere. We've been lucky in that we've started the journey, but if you haven't started it, life is busy. It's daunting. It's like, and also it's like, is it a lot to commit to? I don't want to start this and not be able to commit to it. I would say start it, because it's nothing that you have to absolutely like resolutely commit to straight away, but actually you'll want to nearly commit
to it. It's something
you'll
you instantly see a difference with, I think, so it instantly hooks you in, because you think, that's after one treatment.
But even just book a consultation with myself, with Sandra, with Carolina. We are the aestheticians of the Nuri team. Or if it's something a wee bit more sort of injectable, we have our amazing nurses. We have Anya, who is our lead injector. We have lovely Rachel, who you've met.
I know Rachel.
And we have Gail. And even if it's a 3-way consultation that's needed, if it's someone who needs advice on their skin, as well as maybe a little bit of anti-wrinkle or skin boosters or anything like that, we can have a 3-way consultation, and we are so easy to talk to.
We are.
Oh, very easy, yeah.
Please don't anybody be afraid to come in to us, because we like to think it's a lovely experience. Come in, you tell us your concerns, we can tell you what we can do. And there's absolutely no pressure. It's up to you whether you want to start your journey then, whether you want to start your journey in 6 months, whether you don't want to start your journey at all, whether you want to just some advice on products, whatever. That's what we're there for. We are all highly experienced, highly trained.
A lot of my friends would even like say, they would go in for their consultation, right, and they would kind of have an idea of what they should do, but then they would nearly be saying, I just said to my husband, right, that's what I want for Christmas, book me a voucher. So then they know. That's like, I also think that's amazing, because then you can plan out and budget for it as well, so you don't feel like it's overwhelming either, which is nice.
And because we would have people who would say, every birthday and every Christmas, I love to see the Younique gold envelope. So I didn't realise that our gold envelopes were golden so well known.
Golden
So we actually had a lady come in just a few weeks ago there, and I couldn't find the gold envelope, and I went to put it in a brown one, and she went, no, have you not got any of the gold envelopes? And I was like, oh, I'm sure I do somewhere. And she went, she will die if she doesn't get the gold envelope.
Oh my God,
she needs, you have to get me a gold envelope. So I was like, girls, our gold envelopes are sort of knowing we need to keep this up.
It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
The golden ticket. Yeah, so there's people on Christmas morning or their birthday or their anniversary or whatever. It's the wee gold envelope that they want to see, and then they know that it's products, it's treatments, it's whatever, it can be used for anything at all.
I think I'm going to start with my favourite treatment, and I think that it is a good place for anyone to start, but you can back me up and tell me if I'm not right. But I think a hydrofacial, if you have never been for a hydrofacial with Aileen, I think that is, for me, the ultimate place to start, because you see instant results. It's not that overly invasive, but it makes such a difference no matter what your skin concerns. And even if you have the best skin in the world, I still think that it would make a difference to you.
And even if you have the most sensitive skin in the world, it's also very suitable for you.
And I've like my mum goes for it, Deirdre, my childminder goes for it, you go for it. Anybody that I talked about a hydrofacial to, everyone, no matter what age, skin concern they have.
Well, a hydrofacial is actually
Hydrotite.
Yes, Hydrotite is a sort of an add-on that we've done now to the hydrofacial. The Hydrotite and the Hydrolite, which we actually have on offer at the minute till the end of September, I think.
There's a brilliant offer,
Yes, there's a good reduction on them there, so you can call in or whatever, or phone in, and we can get that all sorted. So the hydrofacial with the combined,
we can leave the reduction in the show notes.
100%. Yeah, so one is combined with IPL for working on a little bit of pigmentation, and then the Hydrotite is combined with our Venus radio frequency, which works on tightening the skin as well. So they're lovely treatments. But I think the likes of the hydrofacial is really, really good for you as a first treatment, but it's also really, really good for me, because I'm able to look at your skin in it's kind of rawest form, and say, okay, there's a little bit of a reaction there, or it's really needing lots and lots of hydration. I can tell a lot about your skin from a hydrofacial.
Even the last time I was in, you were like, oh, you have a wee bit of dryness, Laura, under, and I was like, and I didn't even pick up on it. I was like, oh, where? And you were fit to say, oh, it's just above your lip there, there's a good wee bit of dryness.
But I can use a booster then to suit that.
So I didn't notice
or
it,
if you have an event coming up, like we can put a real brightening, or if you have a rosacea type, we can use a booster to help control the inflammatory areas of the skin. Or if you're having a breakout, I can use a booster then. It's all very personal. The treatment's very personal to
We have an
every
awards
person.
on Friday night, and Holly and I are both. I was like, I'm going to Aileen Thursday. Like, so am I. I was like, stop! You're not going to be more low than
Honestly,
me.
I could laugh at this, like, because the awards is coming up, and I had actually booked Friday off because I tried to get a few appointments all booked in one go, and then whatever come up, I was like, oh, I'll change that day off and swap my appointments around. So I was panicking, being like, I know we're really busy this week, but I have an appointment. Thinking, how am I going to tell Laura? And as soon as she said it, I was like, bitch, please do not get in there before me.
Well, I can guarantee that you will both be glowing and fabulous to the awards, and your makeup
Everybody
will
else
just
will have to
glide
have wear
on.
sunglasses when they're talking
Yes.
to us, because we will be glowing.
Yeah. But it's a really good if you have an event, it's like a really good Cinderella kind of glowing.
I'm not booking makeup on Friday. I don't need to, honestly, because I'll just do my own makeup and I'll feel that inner
and it'll just
confidence.
glide on. It'll just sit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Stunning.
Yeah, it'll just. But again, like hydrofacial is made up of a few different parts, and the most important part, as we get older, ladies, we need to keep getting rid of that dead skin and letting the new skin to the surface, and that's what's going to have you glowing. We need to get rid of, if you look in the mirror and you sort of think, I'm a bit dull looking today, I'm a bit grey looking today, that's because that skin needs to go. Like when we are doing our GCSE biology, we learn your skin renews itself every 28 days. That's okay when you're 15.
Yeah.
When you're 52, it definitely does not renew itself every 28 days. So that's why it's really important. You have to keep pushing that dead skin off, get rid of it, let the new skin to the surface. And you'll do that through the active ingredients in your products and by the treatments as well. So that's what gets your glow.
Definitely. Will we get into some listeners' questions? Only because I feel like then that's going to be good in terms of what you recommend, but also then it'll force us to get into some of the products, I think.
Okay.
So
we actually have one about the hydrofacial. Someone's written in and asked, can you have a hydrofacial whilst pregnant?
No, you can't. Oh. Yeah, no, sadly, the amount of times we are asked this question,
you would just love it, wouldn't you?
You can't. And probably...
Is there anything similar that could give you
the ProFacial you can have. The ProFacial is very
can't
suitable.
have the hydrofacial?
Probably down to insurance reasons.
Yeah, it's probably
not enough pregnant people maybe want to put themselves forward for testing, which is understandable.
Yeah.
So it's just safer for so many treatments just to say no.
Yeah, 100%.
And you get that. Do you know, you get that, even though sometimes you're thinking to yourself,
probably be fine.
But
no, that's
we
fair.
can't. But the ProFacial is very suitable in pregnancy, and we can adjust wee bits to it, and you'll get a really good deep clean out, and we will infuse loads of hydration into the skin, and we can put a really nice mask on, and we'll use loads of hyaluronic acid, and you'll feel gorgeous coming out of it.
Yeah, I think in the early days of pregnancy, like, oh my word.
And pregnancy and hormones, hormones of any type, whether pregnancy,
everything.
just everyday life, can really affect skin. So sometimes just getting that infusion of hydration or getting that really good deep clean can just make all the difference and just keep everything a wee bit controlled.
Okay.
Super. Not a question, but someone else has written in. Ash has written in, compliments I get about my skin is unreal. This lady is the best. So there's one.
Oh, isn't that brilliant?
Thanks. Yeah, that's lovely.
We fully agree.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
But I am so lucky in my job, because seeing the difference that confidence in the skin makes to people is unbelievable. And like, I have so many young girls coming in, like 16, 17, and when they come in first, they literally, they nearly can't look at you. Do you know what I mean?
Like the
and
changing room
they're
scenario.
sore. Like, you think of thick acne, painful,
agony.
can't put your face on the pillow hardly at night, can't face people, they're putting on makeup over it to try and hide it, and just to see them coming back in maybe even 3 months, 4 months later going, check me out. You know, one of them in particular, a wee girl came in to me about 2 weeks ago, No, it was actually whenever the exam results came out. When was that? End of
18th,
August.
around 17th,
and she came in,
18th,
she
isn't it?
says, would he see a photograph of me last night? I looked unreal. And I was like, you're actually breaking my heart right now.
no.
But, and she was like, I said, you see, you did so well. And she says, no, it's not me, it was you. And I said, no, it was teamwork. We both did it together.
Yeah.
But it just makes my heart so full whenever I see
love that.
Brilliant.
confidence.
It is that inner, that's what I would say, it's inner confidence. And a lot of people don't want to go makeup free, fair enough, but I love makeup free. Anything that can help
Yeah.
me to go makeup free,
Yeah.
I'm there, because
Yeah.
I hate makeup, like.
Yeah. Tinted SPF, a bit of mascara, out the door. That's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone has asked, after my weight loss, my neck has loose skin under my chin. What can I do?
We're actually seeing this quite a lot.
That's not a problem I have. I have 6 of them.
Or me. Mine
Getting
are all
rid of them, I
here.
need.
Mine are all here. So yeah, we are seeing that a lot now with weight loss. A consultation is always advised, but yes, we do a fantastic treatment called the Dublo Gold. It's a high food treatment, so it's high intensity focused ultrasound, and it works on the layers of the skin to get in there. And so it works on 3 different layers, right down into the deep layers, the medial layers, and then the superficial layers.
Wow.
On tightening. It takes about 12 weeks for you to see the full result of it, but it is an absolutely incredible
I can
treatment to
imagine
have.
actually being good for your jawline. Do you know,
Really,
as well,
really
as you
good
get
for
older, I feel like
sculpting.
just there's-
For sculpting jaws, you would have a lot of brides and grooms coming in before their wedding to get that kind of, they're afraid of what angle the photographer's maybe going to
Yeah.
get them, to get that really snatched jaw. So the HIFU could be a real possibility for that listener, and maybe if she wanted to or he wanted to book a consultation, I would know straight away to look
If it
at
would
them
work.
whether it was suitable, and if that's not suitable, we will have something that's suitable.
Another one here. What's best for 50-year-old skin to reduce signs of aging that is not invasive? And then it's written not Botox.
Okay, not Botox, which is a thing we're hearing a lot of now. So there's lots of other ways that we can do it. First of all, my 3 necessities for holding back the years a little bit would be: 1, an antioxidant. You need to be using your antioxidant, or sometimes known as vitamin C, but if you go into the science of it, vitamin C is actually a very broad spectrum. The key word that we're looking for is the likes of L-ascorbic acid. You need to be using, it's in your clarifying serum in the morning.
I swear by it.
Yeah, so that's you need to be using that for your anti-aging. That is your protection from all your environmental damage, and that is actually proven now that it is up to 9 times the protection than you would get normally. SPF, and then a vitamin A at night time. They are the 3 essentials. And then even just for a little bit of treatments, the likes of microneedling.
I was going to say that microneedling, honestly.
Microneedling is amazing, and microneedling is huge at the minute. People are out of summer now, and they're all into getting their winter skin ready, and they have a wee bit you're not fearing them going out for a walk in the hot summer sun or something like that. So now is a perfect time for peels and microneedling. But microneedling with exosomes at the minute is absolutely huge, and would be hugely beneficial to anyone.
I've had it, it's amazing.
50, whatever age, and doesn't want to go down the anti-wrinkle route. The likes of microneedling is so good for just completely boosting the collagen.
The PTOX. Talk about the PTOX.
PTOX is,
Because I do think it totally
huge.
works.
Yeah, PTOX is huge. So PTOX came out probably about, I'm going to guess, about a year ago. And PTOX was years and years in the making. So the science behind PTOX, which is a SkinCeuticals product, the science behind PTOX is that it mimics Microtox, which is a big Korean skincare trend at the minute.
Skin.
This very glassy look, okay? So in Korea, they love a treatment called Microtox. But what Microtox is tiny amounts of Botox all over the face. So when you look into that, number one, it's friggin' sore because you're being injected
Everywhere,
all
many
over your
injections.
face. Okay, so there's lots and lots and lots of them. Also, it's expensive because it's Botox all over your face. And then because it has to be so superficially injected, it actually doesn't last very long.
It's not getting deep.
So that's where PTOX come in. SkinCeuticals went in there and they sort of did all the science behind it, and they came up with a incredible product called PTOX. So what it does, it works on 9 different types of contraction wrinkles. So therefore, very much like your Botox. And then because anti-wrinkle injections give you a shine to your skin at times, it gives you that glass look. The ingredients in it give you that glass look to the skin. So it has been huge for people. It has been a game changer for so many people who maybe, if you use anti-wrinkle injections, you can prolong.
Yeah, that's how I would.
That's what I was going to
your
say,
time.
yeah.
And if you don't use anti-wrinkle
It's a nice way
injections,
to start,
you're still getting
I think.
that.
But can I also say as well, and it maybe is an unpopular opinion, but I am not afraid to say I love my Botox. I love it. And I know a lot of people
do.
now
So do
are getting
I.
out of the way of it. And I know a lot of people are saying like, no, I'm trying to move away from it. I know Laura Wade chatted about this too. But see, for me, I don't get it too often. But when I do get it, I mean, the boost that it gives me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I love this.
We would have a lot of people in clinic who are in saying, right, okay, I've been getting Botox or any anti-wrinkle injection for whatever amount of years. I'm thinking I'm going to come away from it for a wee while. What can I do instead? So we will tell them whatever amount of options they have and all the rest of it. But 9 times out of 10, they're back saying,
Nothing will ever give
Nothing
you
will
that
give you-
glow.
Yeah, I know. I'm at that point too.
would you mind if
off
I
and
went
holding off.
back down to the nurses and I'm going, no.
But I
don't
will
mind.
say that the PTOX absolutely prolongs it, because it has been quite a while from I've been in with these to get mine, and I'm definitely due it again. But I'm not rushing for it
Yeah.
because I do still get that
Yeah,
lovely glow
where you
with the
were
PTOX.
before, you would have maybe been panicking. You know what I mean? Oh, it's time to go. Now you're like, no. Thankfully, as I say, the industry moves every single day, and the fantastic products that we work with change and improve every single day. So we are able to get longer out of things like that. As I always say, the treatments will only do so much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
that's
need
what I mean.
the medical grade skincare to
help
finish
And
it
it's
all
like
off.
everything, you need to have a rounded approach to it. Do you know what I mean? You can't, if you're gonna go to you for a hydrofacial, or you're gonna start, you drink a slap of alcohol that night, that weekend, or yes,
Loads
I'm
of people do that.
Oh, they do, yeah. But what I'm saying is, you have to.
Yeah,
There's
you
comes
do.
with
You
everything.
have to
a
own
sense
your
of
own.
responsibility
You have
and
to
own
own
it.
your own.
If you really want to do something, it's a bit like weight loss.
Because at
you
the
have to
end
own
of the
it.
day, like, it's not the cheapest.
That's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
super drug prices. It is an investment. So, like, if you're going to put the money into it,
Like, try and
Just
hydrate
work
yourself,
with
drink
it.
more water.
Yeah.
Eat a bit better. Try and look holistically at your skin, what you're putting in.
Yeah.
As well, I think it's so
Yeah.
important. And it won't always make a difference, but I think if you're looking at everything that you do a wee bit more holistically, it all helps.
yeah, definitely water is huge.
Electrolytes, I hear so much. Like a lot of people chatting about electrolytes, and you should be taking electrolytes every day. But I just don't know. I'm like, do you take electrolytes every day?
Not every day.
If you'd work out, would you take them?
Only because Russell is forcing me to more so now, because I've started to get back to my spin and stuff. But I am a big person for water. I always have been. Don't love fizzy drinks. Did take a slap of drink at the weekend, and did then on Sunday try my electrolytes, but I also had my Coke Zero. I also had something else, and I already have a big spot from it. Do you know what I mean? I know that when I've had a bad weekend, it will show on my face for a long time. And I haven't in a long time. I have been very good, but
The skin doesn't like
Listen, you have to live too. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely
Yeah.
not thinking about none of those things.
and there's some
I'm
people
kinda
can get
just-
away with it, but for me, I went out and I binged.
You
And
knew
it
the
came straight out
consequences.
in my skin, but I knew that as soon as I done it, I was like, oh God. Took my makeup and all off that night. And I mean, I tried so hard on Sunday, but I just knew that big boil was coming, and it was all because I let myself down, lads.
Oh, you did.
But no, you didn't. And you have to
live.
Yeah.
God almighty, you have to live. Life is tough
Yeah,
enough.
definitely.
And we all work hard, and sometimes you have to play hard. That's totally okay. Like,
And you go to Aileen, she sorts it out. It's fine.
It's okay. I'll fix it for you. It's all right.
please.
Yeah, it's all right. But I mean, now how to manage it.
Yeah.
Whereas before, maybe you might have gone, oh, well, sure, that's it now. Sure, I may as well just
And I would have
the whole
thought
hog.
years ago that I would have loved like tan on my, face, because it would give you a lift. But now,
No.
you couldn't pay me money.
No.
Even if somebody told me that the tan was the best and it wouldn't, I know the tan does not agree with my
it just
face.
blocks my
blocks
pores.
your pores. It is not good. Don't do it.
Tan doesn't agree with me anywhere, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I have spent years trying to find a tan that suits my skin, and the only one that because I would have like little bits of eczema and wee strange bits of
That's your natural colour. You have
yeah,
swarthy
but
skin
do you
anyway.
know years of sun damage, like we all have it, like even though I am the SPF police now, way back when I didn't look after my skin, it always comes up to bite you. Do you know? So I would have little patches of bleaching nearly on my skin, and I find it hard to get a tan. But I tried our salon across the road sells the new Bellamianta oil with the hyaluronic acid in
Holly,
it.
you swear by it.
It's the only tan
There
that
you
I
go.
can use. And so anybody
Really
with
hydrating.
anybody with eczema skin or a dry skin or a skin that just needs a little bit of nourishment, I would definitely recommend
It is
them to try
unreal,
that.
and I find the colour from that is
Yeah.
phenomenal as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Like it nearly, like I would shower off that morning, but then by the afternoon I'm like, I'm still getting darker.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I like it. But then again, like everything
Everybody's
else, the
different.
science is improving all the time, and
Yeah.
but I finally found a tan that might be for me.
Woohoo!
Any more
I'm not
questions,
going with a
Callie?
face tan ever. Just saying. I
No,
worked too hard
not
with the Aileen,
face, not
for
face,
me.
not face, body.
Yeah, there's a few more here. One said, got
How long have you got?
acne scarring. They don't use retinol, but if they did, would that help?
Retinol is essential for acne scarring, and if you'd maybe consider some peels. Now Holly came into us at the beginning and had the perfect peel, which is a really deep medical grade peel.
But you said to me about maybe doing again.
I think it's time for it again.
I would nearly probably
Yeah.
feel that way too,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I'm not looking at
do.
you, honestly. in the
that
meantime.
Laura was traumatized. Can we please go back to that perfect peel? And I am so raging because around that time too I done it, but then my phone absolutely kicked itself and I've lost so much of that footage, and I'm like, no, I mean, if people could have seen.
Yeah.
But I definitely would probably need to take
But
a few
now
days off.
I would be the first
But
to
do you
say
not
if
think
anybody.
it's fascinating?
Oh,
Fascinating.
I'd be
like,
the first to recommend it. But honestly, you need to be prepared
You
to be
do.
a bit traumatized by
Day
it.
3 to day 6.
I think Laura
would
was
be
more
your
traumatized
worst
than me.
peeling days. Day 3 to day 6. Now I wouldn't like to have a wedding on day 7. Do you know that kind of way?
I'm
Just
going
in
to be
case it
honest,
wasn't
I would
finished.
say it took a full 2 weeks for all shedding and dryness to
I
completely
do say that to
disappear.
people now, but for acne scarring it is incredible, because not that I'm comparing anybody's lovely
go
face
ahead.
to a floor, but probably just because Tony works with wooden floors, but if you imagine like a scratch on your floor, and the only way you're going to get that
to get
scratch
right
out is to get under it. So that's where the likes of the peels happen, because we want to just work away at the layers of skin.
Yeah.
So we need to get in underneath that to actually make it all nice and even, and that's where the likes of the
But with that
perfect peel's
perfect
really
peel as
good.
well, I remember one day in particular, it was a Sunday and I was at home and it was bad. It was a bad day and I was like, I'm not going out of this house. And I remember taking a video, but you could see, you'd swear somebody had painted like a burns thing on my face. But the part of the skin that had peeled underneath, it was like a different
Baby
skin.
skin.
yeah,
It
literally.
was glowing and it was beautiful. And I
I
was like,
got
okay.
one done it's years ago now, and I must have been the same as you. I got it done on the Wednesday. I started to peel on the Friday. On the Sunday we were housebound, because I was like, I can't go out anywhere like this, and must have decided, I'm going to make a nice big Sunday dinner. Actually, it was probably Tony that made the Sunday dinner, but I remember we were eating a Sunday dinner anyway, and Kane at the time was like, oh mommy, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick. That's the most disgusting thing I ever saw. And I was like, oh my God, what? Like, what happened? What's wrong? And he went, your chin is only after falling into your dinner. And whenever I looked, literally sitting on top of the Yorkshire pudding was
Your chin?
my chin.
Stop.
Yeah. But now the difference,
Yeah.
like, because I would have had pigmentation, the difference is unbelievable.
The difference in Holly's skin now, it transformed your skin in 2 weeks. It was
But I will never forget, like, I wasn't as traumatized because you all had me so well warned. Like this peel was like coming with a warning. Like it was literally, and I was like, no, it's fine, no problem. I didn't really take it seriously. Got it done. And then I remember we were going bridesmaid shopping for my best friend Kirsty on the Saturday.
Not good time.
I was like, no, Kirsty, like I can't. And she's like, you've known about this for 6 months. Get yourself to that appointment because she'd be fairly strong. So we went and the wee woman couldn't take her eyes off me, but we were sitting. And that was the day I was told my peeling would start, and we were in the Armagh City Hotel, I think it was, and Kirsty just looked at me and goes, go to the bathroom right now. And I was like, what? So I had started to peel as we were going home. That night then sent a video into our group chat, and Laura rang me. She how you've taken a reaction? Are you okay?
Like you need somebody. I was like,
spoke dealing.
She
was freaking out. But I was so aware that it was happening.
Yeah.
Now it's definitely not super pleasant, but you know what's happening.
Yeah, but if you have those 3 days, 4 days, whatever, to just let it happen, you can't pick it, you can't pull it, you can take a little pair of sterile scissors and just trim it, but the difference in that new skin is just
phenomenal.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Oh, I would love to get it done again.
And
it's
then
just
it gives you that
downtime.
real, I'm really going to look after my skin now. Do you know what I mean?
Like a
it
best,
does.
yeah.
It does. It gives you that real,
Give
right, I'm doing this properly.
And I will vouch that you cannot pick and peel because I was so well warned you can't, and it's so tempting. But there was one bit in my nose, and I was sitting in the sofa, I could see it, and I was like, sure, one way. And I knew when I done it, I could feel it, and I still have that red mark on my nose because I pulled what I should.
You know the way
pulled.
sometimes if you have like a wee quick on your finger and then you just pull it. What do you call them?
Wee ragnail.
A wee ragnail, yeah. And then you pull it. Next thing you go, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's really sore. It's kind of a wee bit like that. Just let the process happen.
Yeah.
Itself.
If you have zero patience.
So sorry, that was a very long-winded answer for that question. But yes, retinol is a must. And if you have 3 days, 4 days to peel, check out the perfect peel because it will be amazing.
Agreed.
Maybe we've 2 more. Time for 2 more, is that okay?
Yeah.
Can you ask Aileen what treatments are okay while breastfeeding?
Again, that's a tricky one. And it's probably
we need to go in for a consultation.
Yeah, there's not really an awful lot of treatments that are suitable during breastfeeding, and again,
only because a lot of it is medical grade.
Yeah, and again,
I mean?
it's probably just down to testing and insurance and all the rest of it. But when you're finished breastfeeding, please come in and see us, and we will make up for lost time.
Love that.
Super. So, last question: essential skincare products for over 40s.
Okay, so as I spoke about earlier, it has to be antioxidant. If you're not sort of a chronic rosacea patient and you find antioxidants a wee bit to begin with, but definitely for me an antioxidant, SPF and vitamin A. Non-negotiable.
I'm going to add on a sun hat, a cap, a hat in general. Who cares what you
if
look
we all knew 20 years ago what we knew now, we wouldn't.
I baked. I baked. I did wear SPF, but my face was in the sun. Every part of me was in the sun.
Yeah.
But your pigmentation, Laura, from I started in here till now, it's basically non-existent now.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It definitely got worse with pregnancy now.
Yeah.
But
So
I remember
hormonal.
there was one holiday, sorry, Aileen, that Laura, you come home from, and I remember looking being like, is she peeling or what is wrong with her forehead? But I didn't know her well enough. I was like, Laura just kept piling on this concealer. And I kept looking being like, why is the skin not coming? I couldn't figure out. And then you had said you'd be like, see my pigmentation. I think it was the first time that you were like, we were in the old shop and you were like, no, what is this on my head from I come home? This is terrible.
Hormones and sun damage and pigmentation.
I know mine was sun damage.
I can't remember how. I think possibly, did you put up a post or something like that about your pigmentation? Did I message you and say, I can help you?
Maybe took one look at it and said, get in here now.
I think I came in and I didn't realise how bad it was.
Because I remember actually saying to the girls in work one day, I could really help her, but how do you? And it's like, I could be standing in Tesco's someday and you see a wee critter there and they're just full of acne, and I would love to go up and say, I can help you. But you can't do it. Like, you can't. Because what if they went, why? What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I probably would have been like, Aileen, you set me in that bed.
So it's very, very hard to actually approach somebody.
It is.
But if you come to me, if you come to us in the clinic, we can help. if we come up to you in the street and say I can help you, just excuse us, because we are skin nerds.
No, I wouldn't take offence anymore. I'm like,
but
yes, please.
Yes, when it comes to pigmentation, it's controlling it. You need to be on those little tyrosine inhibitors that are stopping those melanocytes having a playground underneath your skin.
Only because, like, as you said to me, you were like, you need to wear your SPF in winter as much as summer. So pigmentation, if you're prone to it, you need to use the products to
unless
really
you need a
to
torch
control it.
to see. You have to have SPF on, because there's so many, and you see now computers. So many people.
And I'm constantly on my phone, that blue light.
And like even my boys in St Coleman's, they use it used to be an iPad, it's now a Surface Pro or something like that they use. And I'd be saying to Finn in the morning, have you your SPF on? He's like, Mommy, why am I the only boy in the whole school that has to wear SPF? And I'm saying, because you're on a computer all day, like you need to be protecting yourself. So again, it's trying to get that education out there to people, you know, the people who are still like, but I do wear SPF. When I go to Spain for a week in July, I always wear SPF. And I go, but that's not the week that does the damage.
I don't go anywhere. Even if I'm in the house, I'd put it on. Like if I'm not going anywhere, I still have it on.
That's not the way. And the other thing is, I have to be careful how I say this, but treat your SPF separately. If it says your makeup is SPF in it, don't trust it. If it says your moisturiser is SPF in it, don't trust it. Your SPF has to be something separate, because I need to know that you are being protected. And I can't trust that you're 15 in your makeup or whatever is doing it. So we need to be using SPF. So if you take anything from today, girls,
get your
SPF every single day in life. If you have a daughter and she's 11, 12 years of age, start her now. If you have a son, start him now as well. It is so important. 20 years from now, you will thank yourself so much, because between pollution, central heating, air conditioning, rays from computer screens, even those lights, Laura, the same as the ones in our clinic, even those lights,
so we're doing their
windows, all those things. Sadly, we live in a world that is just aging us all around us.
I know.
So just protect yourself a wee bit, and it can make all the difference.
Aileen, that was fabulous.
Is that us? Any more questions? We did warn you Aileen was going to be amazing, and you have not disappointed. I feel like now we need to get you back again for the next round of questions.
I think one of the nurses the next time.
Not it. We love our Aileen.
To talk about any injectable questions or anything a wee bit more medical or whatever.
But I think the key thing is, if there's anybody has listened to this today and they're thinking, right, this is my sign, give the salon a call, give the clinic a call, make a consultation appointment. Or
you also have Aileen. Younique has a Instagram page. Aileen has her own Instagram page called Aileen_Younique
Aesthetics.
And also, like, you don't share loads. It's not overkill, but like sometimes you'll just share wee snippets of your day, chat through some of the patients, what they look like.
I would love to put more on socials, but when I say you hit the ground, when you go in there, there's no stopping. And I could be planning so many things in my head, saying, I must go on and talk about this today, and I must talk about that today, and the next thing you know, you're out going, what just happened? Like, that was mental. But you know, someday I hope to have time to actually put a wee bit more on the socials. But please follow my socials, follow the work socials, and I think there were some more questions that were maybe sent in that were a wee bit more medical, but what I can do is I can get the nurses to answer those on some of our Instagram pages, and any other questions, any skin issues, please feel free to message into our work Instagram page or my Instagram page anytime. Book in for a consultation, and we would love to help you all.
Thank you, Aileen. And don't forget as well to give us a wee like, subscribe on our YouTube, and don't forget to rate the podcast.
Woohoo! And thanks so much for having me, girls.